Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So let's talk about being single. Let's talk about being lonely. Let's talk about sorrow, sadness. Being lonely is a particular type of pain that can really kill you. Obviously, it kills you from the inside. It's kind of a dull pain with the occasional sharp stabbings if you let yourself get too emotional about it. And I think that's the key with conquering loneliness is to fight it off in a way. And first you have to understand some psychological things going on about you. You may be chasing others. You may be chasing people. You may be running from yourself, I guess is a better way to talk about it, because a lot of times we run from ourselves. We run from solitude. We run from being alone. We don't want to hear that inner voice talk. We don't want to hear the real us come out. We don't want to hear those thoughts. A lot of times that can be painful. We may have depression in us. A lot of us do. Most of us do. You may spend a lot of time trying to run from being alone, trying to hang out with others, trying to be around your family just for the sake of having others in the room, constantly wanting validation. You know, the validation thing, a lot of people look at that as a feminine trait. Maybe it is, but there are a lot of men, oh my God, a lot of men, and it doesn't matter what you look like. You could be a big bearded muscle man, Navy SEAL. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there who are begging for constant validation all fucking day long. This is one of the reasons why people have a hard time being alone, because they can't validate themselves. They don't really have self-love. They don't really even know what that is. They don't really have self-respect. Respect comes from others. They're desperately seeking it like a fucking crackhead, getting their fix. People do that with what they perceive as love also. They have fantasies of what love is, of what nurturing is. A lot of times it's just a childlike, self-serving need for certain types of validation. You may not have gotten coddled properly by your mother as a kid, and the rest of your life you're always seeking a certain level of comfort, chasing pleasure. Don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to be in a quiet room. Don't be afraid of your own thoughts. We have to love ourselves, validate ourselves, date yourself. You're wondering why you can't have a relationship. You are in a relationship right now with yourself. Learn to love yourself. Treat yourself like you're somebody that you love deeply. Treat yourself like your ideal mate. You don't need others to complete you, to make your life whole, to make you happy. You're happy already. You create your happiness and you share that with others. You have others around you because you have so much happiness overflowing. Your cup is overflowing. You don't want to see it go to waste. There's a lot of lonely guys out there. And women too. I hear it more from men as far as complaints. Maybe women are tougher. They can suffer through the pain of loneliness, through sorrow, through sadness. Maybe a little bit better than guys. Maybe they're more practiced at it. Maybe they're more in touch with their emotions. It just doesn't break them. A lot of guys, it'll break them. This is one of the causes for suicide. Suicide amongst men is out of control right now. And it's only getting worse. There's so many desperately lonely single guys out there that all they just want is one woman to love them. And then when they get it, they don't know what to do with it. They lose it. They go through this kind of childlike depression, thinking that was the one, I'll never find someone to love me like that again. I went through that. You know, it's helpful to break that fantasy of the ideal mate, of the soulmate. You know, that fantasy that a lot of us start off with? That there's that one person out there, this Adam and Eve bullshit, there's someone made for you, there's someone perfect for you. Everybody has that one person. There is no such thing as a soulmate. There's nobody perfect for you. All you get is a mate. You don't get a soulmate. Nobody does. Nobody ever has. Any little fantasy relationship you think that goes on, oh, you dream about your grandparents, oh, I wish I could be like that. Your grandpa is just a regular dude dealing with a chick, trying to figure out how to go through a relationship like anybody else. So we need to break beyond some of this childlike delusion that might be holding us back, keeping us stuck in this sorry, sad, depressed, needy, always wanting validation mode. You know what I tell guys? You're single, you're lonely, right? That's the dilemma. We want to diagnose the problem first accurately. You're single and you're lonely. So most likely, the root cause of being single and lonely for many people is that they lack self-worth. They lack the personal strength of building character. Not that they lack virtue, but they might. So what do you do when you're single and you're lonely? You're desperately lonely. You pray every night for a girlfriend. What do? The answer is that you work on yourself. You build character. You don't just become self-absorbed like some weird narcissist, douchebag, looking at yourself in the mirror, posing all the time or something, or just doing push-ups, trying to see the fucking veins in your muscles pop out. That's not what I'm talking about when we talk about introspection, self-reflection, talking about fixing yourself. You're broken. How do I know that? Because you're sad. You're focusing on negativity. You're letting sorrow, pain, you're letting that shit get to you too much. So we need to strengthen ourselves. We need to be warriors. Daily discipline, mind, body, and soul every single day. Make lists. Stay true to them. Write them down. Write down what you're going to do every day. Follow each day like it's a lifetime. Your only goal is to get your shit done. Mind, body, and soul every day. This is the world you want to dive into. That's the pool you're swimming in. And when you continually are building yourself, making yourself stronger, becoming more stoic, not becoming such an emotional baby, developing qualities that make you more powerful. Two things happen. One is that you stop being so desperately lonely. You become content with yourself and with being alone and with the path that you're on, and that just deep sense of confidence and comfort with yourself starts to arise on its own. That energy is a byproduct of constantly working on yourself, of building character. It's like a fuel source. It gets created. Our confidence then propels us forward. And the more that you work on yourself, the better you get. And these are very attractive qualities. You don't have to worry so much. Stop chasing people. Don't chase women. Never chase women. Stop it. Stop going to bars desperate, thinking I'm going to get laid. Oh, I'm going out tonight and I'm going to put on my fancy clothes and I'm going to try to find a woman. Find a mate. Stop that bullshit. Let it happen more organically. I've had relationships that I've hunted for. Conquests is what you used to kind of look at them as. I want her. I'm going to get her. I got her. Pat myself on the back. Feels very victorious when you're fucking her and you're just like, yeah, I just saw this chick in a bar and had the hots for her, now I'm banging her ass out. Forget all that kind of shit. Stop chasing. A lot of guys desperately chase women and they never get anywhere. Even if they meet women and have these little flings, they're not really building themselves up as relationship material. They're building themselves up as fling material. Girls fuck them and leave them too. That's not just something guys do. I know it's a somewhat masculine trait because of our animal nature. But trust me, girls do that shit too, especially nowadays. And there's nothing worse when you're some single, lonely guy really just looking for a girlfriend, but you're mixed up in this fling mentality, this world of hookups, cheap sex, random dates. You find yourself sitting there after fucking some chick feeling sorry that you even went that far with her, sorry that you took that intimacy so far, sorry that you even went on a date with her. A waste of time. Stop wasting your time chasing people that aren't good for you. Stop wasting your time chasing anyone. Build character. Become awesome. Become the most badass motherfucker in your block, in your town. You're a fucking king. You walk into a room, I don't care if it's a 7-Eleven or a restaurant, and motherfuckers are just like, whoa, check that guy out. Something's up with him. When you build yourself into a king, into a warrior king, trust me, you're no longer lonely. And the right people, real deal women, high valued women, will start looking for you. Now, I'll make a separate follow-up video to this one about how to recognize the signs and signals that are sent your way, because there's a lot of guys, myself included, which were just idiots, and a girl could be hitting on us, sending mad signals, hey, I like you, and it's just zoom, I don't know, or I'm just some idiot. So stop missing opportunities, but stop chasing. Stop being a punk. Stop being a chump. Stop being a loser. Build character. Get over that sorrow and that loneliness. It's all just food for thought. Thanks for watching.